Welcome to the Practical World Podcast, your gateway to work insights and captivating stories from Thailand and beyond. This is the real world. This is the Practical World Podcast.
All right, so if you're a Thai salaryman listening to this right now, you're probably thinking about the future.
Yeah,
What's next?
absolutely.
You know, the world of work is changing so rapidly.
Yeah,
It's tough to keep up, right?
it is.
And we're here to help.
Yeah.
We're going deep into this
Okay.
January 2025 World Economic Forum report,
Got it.
basically getting a sneak peek into the future of jobs
Cool.
globally
Mhm.
and right here in Thailand.
Yeah. Well, what's really interesting is this report.
Okay.
It highlights some major global trends
Okay.
that are going to directly impact your career over the next 5 years.
Wow. Okay.
Think of it as a ripple effect.
Yeah, okay.
What happens globally
yeah.
is definitely going to be felt here in Thailand.
All right. So let's talk about these global trends.
Sure.
First up is technology.
Of course.
Yeah, no surprise there.
Oh,
But the sheer scale of technological change is mind-blowing.
yeah.
The report says that expanding digital access is going to be the most significant driver of change in the workplace.
Well, and it's not just about access.
Right.
It's about the way that the technology is actually being used.
Right?
AI adoption is exploding.
Yeah.
Think back just a couple years ago in 2023, only a handful of companies were really using AI.
Right.
Now it's becoming the norm.
Yeah.
AI is impacting everything
Okay.
from robotics and automation
Okay.
to how we process information.
Right.
And the pace of change is only accelerating.
And then there's generative AI.
Oh, yeah.
Remember when ChatGPT first came on the scene?
Oh, totally.
That was a game changer.
Totally changed the game.
The report actually mentions that generative AI is already boosting productivity in some areas.
It is fascinating to see how quickly this technology is evolving.
Yeah.
But the report also acknowledges it's still really early days for generative AI.
Right.
The long-term impact on jobs is something we're all still trying to figure out.
That's true. There's a lot of uncertainty surrounding AI. It's
Yeah.
important to be aware of that.
For sure.
The report makes it clear that AI will both create and eliminate jobs.
That's right.
Some roles will become obsolete while entirely new ones will emerge. This is something that Thai salarymen definitely need to be thinking about.
Absolutely. And the report really emphasizes that.
Okay.
You know, the key to navigating these changes is to focus on skills.
Okay.
Skills that will be in high demand in an AI-driven world.
So it's not all doom and gloom,
Not at all.
but it's definitely a call to action.
It is.
Now, technology isn't the only force shaping the future of work.
Right.
The global economy is also playing a major role.
Uh-huh.
The report highlights that economic uncertainty,
Yeah.
especially around the cost of living,
Yeah.
is a big concern for employers.
And that connects to a bigger trend.
Okay.
Companies are looking for ways to improve efficiency,
Okay.
do more with less.
Yeah.
So that means that roles that are focused on optimizing processes and managing costs are going to be highly sought after in the coming years.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
Let's talk about geopolitics.
Okay.
All those headlines about trade wars and supply chain issues.
Right. Right.
Well, the report refers to this as geoeconomic fragmentation,
Got it.
and it's reshaping the global business landscape.
Yeah.
It's not just about politics.
It's not.
It impacts trade,
Mhm.
investment, and even where companies decide to operate.
And this trend is directly influencing job creation.
Really?
The report points to a surge in security-related roles.
Okay.
Because of all these geopolitical uncertainties.
Okay.
Cybersecurity skills,
Yeah.
they're in extremely high demand.
So we're seeing a convergence of factors here.
Yeah.
Tech skills, a focus on efficiency,
Mhm.
and the need for enhanced security.
Absolutely.
But there's more.
What else?
Climate change is also driving job creation,
Oh, yeah,
particularly in green sectors.
for sure.
Companies are investing heavily in reducing emissions.
Yeah. Adapting to a changing environment, which translates to new opportunities.
And this raises an important question.
Okay.
What does this green transition mean for Thai salarymen?
Yeah.
You know, think about industries like renewable energy,
Okay.
sustainable agriculture,
Yeah.
green building.
Mm-hmm.
These are all areas that are poised for significant growth,
Right.
both in Thailand and globally.
It's fascinating how all these global trends are intersecting. creating both challenges and opportunities.
Yeah,
And then, of course, we have demographic shifts happening worldwide.
of course.
Developed countries are grappling with aging populations, while developing nations have expanding workforces.
Right. It's a fascinating dynamic.
It is.
This dual trend highlights the need for skills
Oh, okay.
in areas like talent management,
Okay.
mentoring and understanding diverse workforces.
Okay.
Being able to bridge generational and cultural divides will be a valuable asset in the future workplace.
Okay, so we've got these major global trends.
Technology, economics, geopolitics, climate change, and demographics
Right.
all swirling around and influencing the future of work.
Exactly.
The World Economic Forum report actually makes some pretty bold predictions
Okay.
about job growth and decline by 2030.
So it's not simply a case of more jobs.
Right.
It's about a fundamental shift in the types of jobs that will be available.
Okay.
The report predicts a net increase of 78 million jobs globally,
Okay.
but that number masks a significant amount of churn within the labor market.
Okay.
We're looking at 170 million new jobs being created and 92 million existing jobs disappearing.
Wow, that's a huge shakeup.
It is.
So for our Thai salaryman listeners, this means both opportunity and risk.
Exactly. It's about understanding where the opportunities lie
Right.
and proactively developing the skills needed to seize them.
Let's talk about some of those fast-growing roles.
Sure.
The report mentions AI specialists, fintech engineers, and of course, all those green energy roles that we touched on earlier.
And it's crucial to remember these aren't just trends happening in Silicon Valley or some far-off country.
Right.
Thailand is already seeing growth in these sectors.
Okay.
Initiatives like the Eastern Economic Corridor, the government's investment in digital infrastructure.
Okay.
These are creating exciting opportunities for Thai workers with the right skill sets.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
It's not some distant future we're talking about.
We're
These
not
changes
here.
are already happening here.
That's right.
But let's address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
What about those jobs that are declining?
Right?
The report specifically mentions administrative assistants, bank tellers, client information, and customer service workers.
Now, it's important to remember this doesn't mean everyone in these roles will be out of a job tomorrow,
Right.
but it does indicate that automation and other factors are likely to make these jobs less common in the future.
So, Thai salarymen, if you happen to be in one of these declining fields, it's probably a good time to start thinking about a career transition.
Yeah.
And what skills you might need to acquire to stay competitive.
I couldn't agree more.
But before we jump into specific recommendations, let's delve into those must-have skills that'll help you thrive in this rapidly evolving world of work.
Yeah.
What does the WEF report highlight as absolutely essential?
Well, the report is crystal clear on this one.
Okay.
Technological literacy is non-negotiable.
Got it.
In the future of work.
Yeah.
You absolutely have to be comfortable with technology.
Okay.
And that means more than just knowing how to use your smartphone.
Right.
We're talking about a deeper understanding of how technology is shaping industries and impacting your specific role.
It sounds like we're all becoming tech workers in a way.
Exactly.
Even if our job title doesn't scream Silicon Valley.
Exactly. The report specifically emphasizes the importance of AI, big data networks, and cybersecurity. And this aligns perfectly with those global trends we discussed earlier.
Right.
Every single job is becoming more tech-driven, whether you're in sales marketing, finance, or even healthcare.
So it's not just about knowing how to use a particular software program.
Right.
It's about understanding the underlying technology, how it works.
Exactly.
And how it can be applied to solve problems and create value.
Precisely. And this brings us to another essential skill.
Okay.
Analytical thinking.
Okay.
Employers need problem solvers, not just button pushers.
Right.
They need people who can make sense of all the data flying around, identify patterns, extract insights, and make informed decisions in complex and often ambiguous situations.
It's like being a detective in the data-driven world.
That's a great analogy.
Right.
You need to be able to connect the dots,
Okay.
see the bigger picture, and anticipate what's coming next.
And speaking of anticipating what's next,
Yeah.
the report also highlights the importance of resilience, flexibility, and agility.
Absolutely.
The only constant is change, right?
Absolutely.
It's not enough to learn a specific skill set and then just coast on that for the rest of your career.
Nope.
The skills that are in demand today might be obsolete in a few years.
That's right.
You need to be a continuous learner, always adapting and expanding your skill set.
Exactly.
So embracing lifelong learning is key.
It is.
It's about having that growth mindset.
Yes.
That hunger to learn and evolve.
Exactly. It's about being curious, asking questions,
Yeah.
and not being afraid to step outside of your comfort zone.
No, let's not forget the human element.
Yeah.
Despite all this talk about technology and automation, the report emphasizes that leadership and social influence are more crucial than ever.
Absolutely.
So the soft skills are still highly valued.
Absolutely.
In a globalized, tech-driven world.
Because collaboration and communication are essential.
Right.
You need to be able to work effectively with others, build relationships, navigate complex team dynamics, and influence outcomes. And this is where Thailand's strong cultural emphasis on relationships and harmony could be a real asset.
It could.
But it needs to be combined with those other essential skills we've been discussing.
That's a great point.
Right.
It's about finding that balance between technical proficiency and interpersonal skills.
And let's not forget about creative thinking.
Oh, of course not.
Machines can't yet replace that spark of human ingenuity, right?
Absolutely.
The report emphasizes that even as technology advances, it's those uniquely human skills that will truly set you apart in the future of work.
For sure.
Things like creative problem solving, innovation, and that ability to think outside the box.
Yep.
So we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
Global trends, job growth and decline.
And these must-have skills for Thai salarymen.
Absolutely.
But the big question is,
what's that?
What can you actually do with all this information?
Well, that's what we're going to tackle next.
Okay.
We're going to translate all this insight into actionable recommendations, practical steps that Thai salarymen can take to navigate the future of work and build successful careers in this exciting, albeit challenging new world.
Sounds good to me. Let's get practical.
Let's do it. So the first step is to be proactive.
Okay.
Seek out training and development opportunities.
So don't wait for my company to send me to a course.
No, exactly. Take ownership of your professional development.
Okay.
There are so many avenues available.
Yeah.
Look for opportunities within your company, but also explore some external options.
Okay.
There are tons of online courses, workshops, even degree programs that can help you upskill in those key areas we talked about. Tech analytical thinking, leadership.
So it's like creating a personalized learning plan.
That's a great way to think about it.
Tailored to my own career goals.
And that leads perfectly into the second recommendation.
Okay.
Embrace lifelong learning.
Okay, lifelong learning.
Yeah.
I have to admit that phrase always makes me think of cheesy motivational posters.
I know.
But in this context, it makes sense.
And it really does make sense. Yeah. It's not about attending a weekend seminar and then checking a box.
Right.
It's about cultivating a mindset. A mindset of continuous learning and growth.
So always be learning, basically.
Exactly. And remember, the skills that are in demand today might be obsolete in a few years.
Right.
So you need to be constantly learning, growing, and adapting.
It's about staying curious, right?
It is.
Being open to new ideas.
Absolutely.
New ways of doing things.
Okay, what's next?
Okay, so the next step on our proactive list.
Develop your networking and communication skills.
Networking.
Yes, and I would say this is particularly important for Thai salarymen.
Okay.
Given the hierarchical nature of many Thai companies.
So it's about building relationships.
It is.
Not just collecting business cards.
Exactly. Networking is about creating genuine connections that can help you learn, grow, and even find new opportunities.
And networking isn't just about attending industry events, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's about being helpful, offering value to others.
Okay.
And building a reputation as someone who's reliable and trustworthy.
And in a globalized world, it's important to expand your network beyond Thailand, right?
Absolutely.
Connect with people from different backgrounds, industries, countries.
You never know where those connections might lead.
Okay, that makes sense.
All right, so the fourth recommendation is about building a strong personal brand.
So it's like creating my own professional identity.
Precisely. What do you want people to think of when they hear your name? What are your unique strengths and skills?
Okay.
What makes you stand out from the crowd?
So showcasing my expertise.
Exactly.
Highlighting what makes me valuable.
And don't be afraid to let your personality shine through.
Let my personality shine through.
Yeah, share your passions, your interests, what makes you tick.
Okay.
This is especially important if you're active on social media.
Okay.
Use platforms like LinkedIn
Okay.
to build your professional profile.
Right.
Share your insights and connect with other professionals in your field.
Okay. And the fifth and final recommendation.
Yeah.
Maybe the toughest one for some people to swallow.
It might be.
The report suggests considering a career transition if your current role is at risk.
Yeah, we talked earlier about those declining jobs.
Right.
And if you happen to be in one of those fields, it might be time to explore other options.
Okay.
I know this can be daunting.
It can be.
But it's about being realistic and proactive.
Right.
Start researching those growth areas we discussed.
Oh, yeah.
See what skills are in demand.
And begin taking steps to acquire those skills.
And a career transition doesn't have to be a drastic leap, does it?
It doesn't.
Oh,
You can often leverage your existing skills and experience in a new way.
Think about transferable skills.
Exactly. For example, if you're a customer service worker, you likely have strong communication and problem-solving skills.
Yeah.
Which are valuable in many other fields.
Yeah, like sales, marketing, even project management.
Project management, absolutely.
So there you have it.
There you go.
5 practical recommendations for navigating the future of work.
Yep.
Be proactive. Seek out training.
Yeah.
Embrace lifelong learning. Build your network.
Yep.
Craft your personal brand. And don't be afraid to consider a career transition if needed.
Remember, the WEF report is just one source of information.
Right.
Do your own research.
Okay.
Talk to people in your field.
Yeah.
Stay informed about industry trends. The future is what you make it.
It is.
Now, before we wrap up, I want to leave our listeners with a thought-provoking question.
Okay.
The WE report gives us a good sense of the skills that we need right now.
Yeah.
But with technology evolving so rapidly, what completely new skills might emerge in the next 5 years?
Yeah.
Skills that our Thai salaryman listeners could start learning today to be ahead of the game in 2030.
That's a fantastic question. It's like trying to predict the next big tech innovation.
Right.
Who could have foreseen ChatGPT just a couple of years ago?
Right.
But I do think we can make some educated guesses based on the trajectory of current trends.
Okay, put on your futurist hat.
Right.
What do you see on the horizon?
Well, given the accelerating pace of AI development, I believe we're going to see a growing need for what I would call AI ethics and governance skills.
Interesting. So not just building and using AI, but also understanding the ethical implications, the potential biases, and ensuring that AI is used responsibly.
Exactly. Think about the impact AI could have on decision-making in fields like healthcare, finance, even law enforcement.
Okay.
We're going to need people who understand both the technology and the ethical frameworks that should guide its use.
It's almost like we're entering a new era.
It is.
Where digital citizenship is as important as traditional citizenship.
Precisely. And along those same lines, I think we'll also see a surge in demand for skills related to digital identity and data privacy. As our lives become increasingly digital, protecting our personal information. Navigating the complex world of online security. That's going to be paramount.
So Thai salaryman. If you're tech savvy and have an interest in ethics, law, even philosophy, those might be some interesting avenues to explore.
Absolutely. And who knows what other unexpected skills might emerge. As technology continues to evolve.
It's moving so fast.
It is.
The key takeaway here is to stay curious.
That's right.
Embrace lifelong learning and be adaptable.
Always be learning and growing.
This has been a fascinating deep dive into the future of work.
It has.
We've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah.
But hopefully our listeners feel empowered and equipped to navigate the changes ahead.
I hope so. It's a journey, not a destination.
It is a journey.
Be proactive. Invest in your skills. And embrace the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead.
Great advice. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the future of work.
Thanks for having me.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing.
And
keep diving deep.
Thank you for joining. This is the Practical World Podcast.